Randy Orton's potential opponents for WrestleMania 41 ranked from least to most likely. On SmackDown, Randy Orton made it abundantly clear that he wanted to wrestle at WrestleMania 41. The Viper's previously scheduled grudge match against Kevin Owens was canceled after KO announced that he needed neck surgery. Fortunately, Triple H knows how to pivot better than most. WWE has a loaded roster that only grows with new, valuable acquisitions. Therefore, Hunter may be able to give Orton an opponent at the show of shows. Plenty of options have come to the fold, and here we rank Randy Orton's potential opponents in order of likelihood. Number 4. Rusev is the least likely to face Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Rusev, known to AEW fans as Miro, has reportedly signed a deal with WWE. An incredibly talented wrestler and a former U.S. champion, fans have high expectations of his second run. The Bulgarian Brute could immediately make waves with his return by fighting Randy Orton, an all-time great, at WrestleMania 41. Both veterans have feuded in the past, with the Viper going over in their previous exchanges. The former AEW star might change that in Vegas. However, Rusev seems like an unlikely opponent for Randy. Only the grandest returns, the Hardy Boys in 2017 and Cody Rhodes in 2022, are reserved for WrestleMania. Others are pushed to the Raw after Mania, which indicates a new season. As talented and over as he was in his first run, Rusev was never treated like a major main event caliber superstar. Hence, his return is more likely to occur the week after the show shows. Secondly, Orton is rumored to face John Cena at Backlash, suggesting he needs to win at Mania to build momentum. Triple H is unlikely to book Rusev to lose on his first night back, adding to the unlikelihood of Orton versus Rusev happening at the show shows. Number 3. Aleister Black could shock the world at WrestleMania. Speaking of returning stars, Aleister Black, known to AEW fans as Malachi Black, is also rumored to come home to WWE. However, unlike Rusev, his return has been teased on TV multiple times. During his time in NXT, the former AEW star was one of Triple H's favorites. Therefore, Black is likely to receive a major push upon his return, and convincingly defeating Randy Orton under the bright lights of WrestleMania 41 is an effective way of relaunching his WWE career. However, as mentioned previously, if Orton is indeed facing John Cena at Backlash, a loss in Las Vegas won't make much sense. Furthermore, Black's honest character is better suited to a storyline with the Judgment Day or the Wyatt Six. Hence, Orton may not be a suitable opponent for the former NXT champion. Nonetheless, witnessing his iconic entrance would be surreal for many WWE fans. Number 2. Randy Orton vs. Solo Psycho could happen at the show of shows. Unlike the previous entries, Solo Psycho is currently listed as an active member on the WWE roster, and he has plenty of history with Randy Orton. Therefore, Psycho is more likely than Rusev or Aleister Black to battle the Apex Predator at WrestleMania 41. The Viper was one of the New Bloodline's victims during the reign of dominance last summer. The Street Champ interrupted Orton in the most recent episode of SmackDown, resulting in a brawl. Later, LA Knight and Randy Orton defeated Solo Psycho and Tama Tonga in a tag team match, but the story might not finish there. Psycho could challenge the 14-time world champion to a match at WrestleMania. However, fans have seen Orton versus Psycho before. Thus, this wouldn't be too intriguing. On the contrary, the Viper is more likely to defeat Psycho en route to his rumored clash with John Cena at Backlash. Number 1. Nick Aldis is most likely to battle the Viper at WrestleMania 41. After suffering an RKO from Randy Orton last week, Nick Aldis came face-to-face with the former world champion again on SmackDown. The general manager demanded respect from the 14-time world champion. The Viper was respectful and diplomatic in his exchange with Aldis, but he brought up Mickie James and threatened the SmackDown GM with consequences if Orton didn't have an opponent for WrestleMania. He also expressed interest in Aldis lacing up his wrestling boots.